All right, let's move on. Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about the release of J.C. Tretter. Let's listen to this.
Hi, this is Mustafa, 50-year Brown fan. Just wanted to get your opinion on something that kind of ran across my mind. In hindsight, do you think that possibly the release of J.C. Tretter could have something to do with the Browns' decision to court and, in fact, sign Deshaun Watson? Do you think there could be some politics involved with the Browns releasing Tretter? Because, I mean, he is the president of the National Football Players Association. So do you think there's any politics involved there? And the second part of my question, how do you feel about who's going to replace him? I mean, he's been the anchor of that offensive line for, 8-9 years. And, you just don't replace a guy like that and have the same continuity that you had in previous years. So just want to see how you felt about that and, what's your opinion on possibly any politics involved with the two. Thank you.
And Mustafa, as always, appreciate the voicemails. I don't think the release of J.C. Tretter had anything other to do than with the number on his cap. And they saw Nick Harris play really well against the Packers and thought maybe the young fella, that's a guy they drafted, so that's one of their guys. Bill Callahan has been working with him in practice, trying to identify him. This is what happens on good teams. They have a lot of money tied up in their guards. So normally it's the tackles that you pay. Those are the premier offensive linemen. But you got Bitonio, you got Teller. They just had too much money tied up into it. Good teams have to recycle through it. That's what the salary cap does to the NFL.
And the Browns and fans need to get used to this, because when you're paying Deshaun Watson $230 million, you're paying Myles Garrett big-time money. Denzel Ward is going to get some big-time money here coming up in a little bit. And obviously, you have your running back who you signed up in Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt in the backfield that got big paydays. You're going to have to live with trying to draft guys, finding diamonds in the rough. This is what Pittsburgh has had to live with. This is what New England has to live with. Teams that are good teams that go deep in the playoffs, that have star quarterbacks, you're going to have to find diamonds in the rough, especially when you're talking about positions that are not premium positions. Your left tackles, your defensive ends, your cornerbacks, your quarterbacks as well. So you look at Nick Harris. He's 23 years old, a guy who has played a little bit in each of a couple seasons, the last few seasons. They drafted him, could play guard. They moved him in guard a little bit. But now they feel like he's a guy that they can give him something at the center position. And when you have two anchors like Joe Bitonio and Teller on the other side, those are the two best. That's the best guard tandem in the league. You're going to be able to still stay solid right there. And if you can get Conklin to come back, also Jedrick Wills played hurt last year. I know he had a little bit of a ankle injury, and trust me, when you're playing the offensive line and you kick slide and get some of the best guys in the world on it, that hurts you. That hurts you a lot. But I think they believe with Bill Callahan, and that's a great point you brought up. When you got Bill Callahan, that's what you got him for. To kind of churn these guys through, get guys better, so you don't miss a step. And I don't think the Browns up front will miss a step with Harris at center.
Yeah, I would agree. And you know what? They're gonna have to go out and draft a couple more offensive linemen, because offensive linemen in football are like pitchers in baseball. When you think you got enough, you go out and get a couple more that can play, because you're eventually going to – we saw that firsthand with the tackles last year.